Alright, so I'm presenting a speech over Finnish cuisine just to give an in-depth analysis of more international view of different culture. Finland's cuisine is a lot different from cuisine in America. Americans are much more fast-paced with their diet and what they eat, and we tend to get a little caught up in, just grabbing a quick bite instead of actually sitting down and having a meal. So that's one of the biggest differences is Finnish cuisine, is that they're more of a sit-down, homemade meal kind of culture. We still have our traditional cuisine, but I'm going to tell you guys some major ways that Finnish cuisine is different. I've talked to a lot of my friends in Finland, and we've corresponded back and forth, and this is a lot of information that they've sent me. You guys have a recipe that one of my friends actually sent me that I thought might be kind of interesting for you to take home and maybe try, because their food is actually really good, so just to be able to make it is a really neat thing. According to Finland's own website, Finnish food combines international food. So Finns eat a lot of different things that come from different places in the world, and where Finland is, they're kind of a hub of different types of meat, fish, and herbs, and different types of vegetables and berries. Because their capital city is a port city, they have access to a lot of different imports. A lot of Finns say that the food is unmatchable to anything else. So now I get into the fun stuff. Finns have specific words that don't translate into English to describe everything. So their traditional food is pernuraka kotroka, which is what we would call like our home cooking. And to start out, they cook a lot of bread, and they mix bread with anything. And one of the famous dishes is kerlon peraka, which is a bread and rice dish. And the rice is grown there. It's usually wild rice or brown rice, but it's actually able to be grown there. Finns eat a lot of meat, but it's mainly fish. The only meat that they do eat is called makara, which is a form of sausage. It's like a blood sausage. And they mix it with blood so they don't have to use as much meat, because meat is really expensive in Finland. And they eat a lot of berries. They eat lingonberries, cowberries. Mestemasika is a form of wild strawberry. Cloudberries are kind of like a really sweet raspberry. And since they are a port city, and Finland has access to a lot of different freshwater sources and saltwater sources, they eat a lot of fish. Some that they eat are salmon, sander, pike, perch, Baltic herring, and they cook with a lot of fish. One of their famous dishes is kulmustettu louni, which is smoked salmon, and they'll serve it on dishes with cheese and bread, and usually with useperuna, which is a form of like potato salad to us. And they also eat a lot of mushrooms. Because Finland is a colder climate, things tend to, rot with the replenishing of springtime. So mushrooms are very plentiful. There are actually 30 different types of mushrooms at a typical market in Finland. And the main parts of the bread, rusepia, they make milk bread, rye bread, lard bread, and potato bread, and they all have different types of name. And a lot of their different beverages pertain to milk, because they have a lot of different livestock up there. They don't want to use it for the meat, so they have to use it for the milk and the cheese. A lot just drink buttermilk, and they also have a lot of alcoholic beverages, because it is a colder climate. It helps keep the blood flowing. So it's more kind of necessity. According to worldfood.net, Finland has the most interesting mix of international cuisine. They combine all different types of grains, all different types of vegetables, and all different types of meats and cheeses that are usually made in the home base of their country. And everything is susceptible, and everything
Kelsey
is
Kirkpatrick, come to the reception desk, please.
And here are some
Also,
pictures.
Melissa Keith.
Here's some pictures of the different types of food. This would be a pula, which is a typical dessert. This is rye bread, some of the cloudberry cheese, and just some steamed vegetables. And the most famous thing from Finland is salmiakki, which is ammonium chloride candy. So it's really interesting, and Finnish cuisine is a really interesting thing to dive into, really easy to make, and really fun to eat.